Coordinates: 53 degrees 48 and 2 degrees 36, W, 53.8 degrees north 2.6 degrees west, 53.8. -2.6 Lancashire. However, this is only a small portion of the extent of the historic County Palatine, which includes the large cities of Manchester and Liverpool as well as the Furness and Cartmel peninsulas in the Lake District, and has an area of 1,909 square miles was 5,118,405, making it the most heavily populated county in the United Kingdom at the time. The history of Lancashire begins with its founding in the 12th century. In the Domesday Book of 1086, some of its lands were treated as part of Yorkshire. The land that lay between the Ribble and Mersey, inter Ripum et Mersum, was included in the returns for Cheshire. When its boundaries were established, it bordered Cumberland, Westmoreland, Yorkshire, and Cheshire. Lancashire emerged as a major commercial and industrial region during the Industrial Revolution. Liverpool and Manchester grew into its largest cities, with economies built around the docks and the cotton mills respectively. These cities dominated global trade and the birth of modern industrial capitalism. The county contained several mill towns and the collieries of the Lancashire coalfield. By the 1830s, approximately 85% of all cotton manufactured worldwide was processed in Lancashire. Accrington, Blackburn, Bolton, Burnley, Bury, Chorley, Colne, Darwen, Manchester, Nelson, Oldham, Preston, Rochdale and Wigan were major cotton mill towns during this time. Blackpool was a centre for tourism for the inhabitants of Lancashire's mill towns. Particularly during Wakes Week, the historic county was subject to a significant boundary reform in 1974 which created the current ceremonial county and removed Liverpool and Manchester, and most of their surrounding conurbations to form the metropolitan and ceremonial counties of Merseyside and Greater Manchester. The detached northern part of Lancashire in the Lake District, including the Furness Peninsula and Cartmel, was merged with Cumberland and Westmoreland to form Cumbria. Lancashire lost 709 square miles of land to other counties, about 2/5 of its original area, although it did gain some land from the West Riding of Yorkshire. Today the ceremonial county borders Cumbria to the north, Greater Manchester and Merseyside to the south, and North and West Yorkshire to the east. With a coastline on the Irish Sea to the west, the County Palatine boundaries remain the same as those of the pre-1974 county, with Lancaster serving as the county town, and the Duke of Lancaster exercising sovereignty rights, including the appointment of Lords Lieutenant in Greater Manchester and Merseyside. The county was established in 1182, later than many other counties. During Roman times the area was part of the Brigantes tribal area in the military zone of Roman Britain. The towns of Manchester, Lancaster, Ribchester, Borough, Elslack and Castleshaw grew around Roman forts. In the centuries after the Roman withdrawal in 410 AD, the northern parts of the county probably formed part of the Brythonic kingdom of Reged, a successor entity to the Brigantes tribe. During the mid-8th century, the area was incorporated into the Anglo-Saxon kingdom of Northumbria and the kingdom of Mercia, which both became parts of England in the 10th century. In the Domesday Book, land between the Ribble and Mersey were known as inter Ripum et Mersum, and included Inthe returns for Cheshire, although some historians consider this to mean South Lancashire was then part of Cheshire. It is by no means certain. It is also claimed that the territory to the north formed part of the West Riding of Yorkshire. It bordered on Cumberland, Westmoreland, Yorkshire, and Cheshire. The county was divided into the hundreds of Amounderness, Blackburn, Leyland, Lonsdale, Salford and West Derby. Lonsdale was further partitioned into Lonsdale North, the detached part north of the sands of Morecambe Bay including Furness and Cartmel, and Lonsdale South. Lancashire is smaller than its historical extent following a major reform of local government. In 1889, the administrative county of Lancashire was created, covering the historic county except for the county boroughs of Barrow in Furness, Blackburn, Bolton, Bootle, Burnley, Bury, Liverpool, Manchester, Oldham, Preston, Rochdale, Salford, St Helens and Wigan. The area served by the Lord Lieutenant covered the entirety of the administrative county and the county boroughs. and was expanded whenever boroughs annexed areas in neighbouring counties such as Wythenshawe in Manchester south of the River Mersey and historically in Cheshire and southern Warrington. It did not cover the western part of Todmorden, where the ancient border between Lancashire and Yorkshire passes through the middle of the town. During the 20th century, the county became increasingly urbanised, particularly the southern part, to the existing county boroughs of Barrow-in-Furness, Blackburn, Bolton, Bootle, Burnley, Bury, Liverpool, Manchester,